keep learning. When in the restroom, don't use TikTok, use YouTube and watch documentaries. Or watch anything you want. Don't watch the news, watch something that's actually going to help you grow, that's actually going to help you broaden your perspective instead of just like, ooh, she's cute, let's watch her.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the interview, which is the interview for Unplugged. My name is Sohail Hashmi. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today. The chief executives or the directors of companies are becoming much younger, or are we getting too old and we have outlived our usefulness? I don't think so. Maybe we have the experience. One such gentleman here is Mr. Saad Allahwala. He is our guest, and I'm going to speak to him right here, right now. Saad, welcome to the interview. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's good. Now, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
So what is Startup Grind?
Startup Grind is an international community for startups, for entrepreneurs, creators, inventors, students, basically anyone who wants to connect, who wants to grow, and who wants to collaborate with whatever startup or project they're doing. It can be for CEOs, for an HR person, anyone really who just wants to grow. And it has an impact of over 2 million people around the world. It has 600 chapters. So to me, what Startup Grind is, because I'm a chapter director, I get access to all 600 chapters around the world. So if I go to almost any big city anywhere around the world, I have a friend immediately. But
out of all the people in all the world, why did they come and choose you as their youngest startup director? What I'm trying to say here is, what sort of experience or business experience or what kind of experience or sales experience or marketing experience at the age of 19 do you have to be able to have taken this position?
The reason they chose me was basically because of my will to grow, my will to expand Startup Grind network, and the exposure I have from the past. So that's 7 years of traveling, meeting new people, attending more than 100 conferences around the world, meeting amazing people like Richard Branson, the President of Sri Lanka, so many more great people. Because I've spent time with CEOs, I've spent time with such amazing people.
So did you meet the President of Sri Lanka when you were 5 years old? I mean, when did you meet him?
I was 11.
You were 11 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, and that stayed in your mind?
Yeah, of course it stays in my mind. I met Rahul Bajaj. I hung out with him twice.
Right.
That's the director of Bajaj Motors in India.
How old were you then?
11.
All right.
And he was like my grandpa. He was treating me so well.
Right.
The experience I had with my travelings and with meeting new people, with me going for summer camps at MIT and Harvard, and being a mentor there as well, that has a big credit with this, and my work experience for the past 3 years, because I haven't really continued my conventional studies. This is my sort of way of learning, with meeting new people, meeting people, amazing people like you, with meeting CEOs of other companies, hanging out with them, having chai with them. That's my way of learning.
Travel is also very important, because the more places you go, the more you learn, the more people you meet. That builds up for great experience.
Everyone has different exposures. You've traveled to so many countries. I've traveled to so many countries. No one can see the same thing. Everyone sees something different. If I show you a tree, what do you see? You see greenery. If I look at a tree, I see wood. If another person looks at a tree, he just sees the sky. Traveling is different for every person. So it can change them in different ways. You don't have to travel internationally, you can travel locally. There's so much to see within Pakistan. If you go to Sakkar alone, there's Sakkar IBA. It's such an amazing university where you wouldn't even expect one to be.
Right.
There's McDonald's there, there's KFC there, so there's all the great stuff as well.
Right.
And then if you go to the northern areas, you go to Islamabad, it's a different city. Like you're not even in Pakistan anymore, I feel like, because such an open environment.
What made you want to do this? I mean, You have friends there? You still go out? Do you have girlfriends? Do you date? I mean, what do you do 24 hours a day?
I wouldn't answer all of those questions. I actually have a lot more things going on. I have been doing so many more things, and I've been pivoting a lot. So that's one thing.
Pivoting, what's pivoting?
Pivoting is basically moving there, and then you're like, okay, this isn't working out, move there, and then move there. This way, of course, you fail in a lot of things, but I feel like that's my experience, that's my degree, instead of me saying, oh, that's a failure, I should just not do anything anymore. So a person does what he's been told or what he saw all his life.
Right.
This is what I saw all my life. I didn't get a chance to hang out with people my age a lot.
Right.
I didn't go to a conventional school. I left when I was 10.
Right. Some people may say that that's a very sad life, Saad. What are your feelings about that?
I do go through this a lot. Not a lot, but sometimes. And I have more of a spiritual look to this. And my answer is usually that what I'm doing is going to help me grow, and it's going to help me leave an impact when I leave. My reason of doing everything I do is a really selfish reason. It's that I want to live in a better country. I want to live in a better world. That's my selfish perspective.
You're talking about Pakistan?
I'm talking about the planet. Pakistan is just 220 million people out of 700 billion, 7 billion not. I want to see a better world. I want to see that I left an impact, and I want to see that me coming into this planet wasn't just a waste of a reason of more plastic pollution or less air for someone to breathe.
So all the people, the young people, the old people, the really, really old people watching this and getting very inspired for this and wanting to start a business, because these are the days of COVID, one has to do a business, one has to do something else because the usual way. What advice would you give them? How would you say? Because now you are the future.
Always keep learning. When in the restroom, don't use TikTok, use YouTube and watch documentaries. Or watch anything you want. Don't watch the news. Watch something that's actually going to help you grow. That's actually going to help you broaden your perspective instead of just like, ooh, she's cute, let's watch her. The only problem I see is why not try to know what you want to be in 10 years or 5 years and start learning right now. So when you get there, you have a head start instead of starting from an intern. Then the society right now which we're living in has so much more to offer and so many more needs. Like just now you saw how amazing Food Panda is. You already knew how amazing it was, but like now you've used it. You had great pizza and wings, but
all of my life this is the moment I was waiting for, to be able to learn how to use Food Panda.
Food Panda.
Thank you, young man. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I don't know how to use Food
But
Panda.
could you have imagined even 10 years ago from now that, oh, you're just going to press pizza, place order, confirm, and then after 30 minutes, your bell's going to ring, you do nothing else, and then you're going to get a pizza on your doorstep.
No, I wouldn't have thought that.
So the society...
I knew about the mobile phone because of Star Trek, but I would not have known about this. So, Saad, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. There were certain questions which you did not answer, but I'll ask you those now. You have a girlfriend in every state or in every country, or what?
No.
You don't? Okay. Are you worried your parents are watching this, or?
I'd tell them if I had one, to be honest.
Sure. Well, may I say, judging by what you're saying, you have very nice liberal parents. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Take care.
Thank you. I had a really weird theory when I was young. So I didn't know how children were born. So I thought then when people die, they put into the grave.
Right.
And then children are like sprouted out.
Sprout out. Okay.
Because like it made sense to me. Like if one person goes in, another can come out.
Right.
Like how else is a person born?
Right. Okay.
He's got to come out of someone.
Really happy to know that. I thought it was the stork, but then when I grew up, I said, okay, now it was the stork, but who the stork? But anyway, that was my main question. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep on bringing interesting people to you in the episodes of the interview on Unplugged. I hope you enjoyed this and I was of service to you with this, along with Saad. Do let me know if you liked the episode. Give me your comments on what Saad has said and what your points of view are. It's good to see that a lot of young people now are coming into CEO position and director positions. My blessing for you all. It's very good for you, Pakistan, and I would say the rest of the world. If you already haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and press the red bell icon. I shall see you in the next episode. In the meantime, respects to you and to your loved ones.